Good morning, Juan. Thank you for coming. My name is Miguel Cervantes. This is the final session for CED631 Session 3 with Juan regarding the employment transfer from construction to nursing, and we will start the session. Juan, our final session. How do you feel?
Man, I feel awesome, man. I'm getting all my ducks in order here. I got my classes. I passed a couple of tests, and it looks like this thing's gonna happen for me. So, my family are happy. We're ready to go. We just gotta finish off some classes, and we're on our way, man.
Okay. Well, according to Section A1, we're talking about developing career awareness, and our first thing we needed to do for career awareness was planning, right? Setting up a schedule of what you need to do and how you need to do it. And we talked about that in the previous sessions. One was going to Fresno State and talking to their counselors. Two is preparing and setting up for the requirements, the prerequisite courses that you need to take. And also, Juan actually went and bought himself a book, a tease book for nursing, so he can prepare. So this is one thing that he did that's really good, and good job, Juan.
Thank you.
And he also has an additional book that our friend gave him, another book for tease for nursing, so he can prepare. This is a study guide for him for the nursing practice exam. So everything's going well so far. All right, you set your goals. You understand from our previous sessions that it's going to take you basically six semesters, right?
Yes.
A couple for the prereqs, a couple for the actual program itself, and at least one for internship hours. Is that correct, Juan?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Now, our employment plan here for you is to ensure that one, that you're developing skills that you need for this program, that you're taking the right courses, that you have the aptitude and the abilities to do that. And I think I recall telling you about going on to ONET, where you can do your job interests profiler, and it looks like your scores were okay. You scored well in engineering, sciences, computer programming, et cetera. And your interest said that you are a person of social abilities, that you're interested in working with others and helping people. So I think that fits really well with the nursing program. You also went into Cal Jobs to do job research. Is that right?
Yes.
And then what did you find out about the jobs in nursing?
That the beginning pays, it's a little less than when I started off in finishing in construction, but the end goal, the end payment will be a lot more than what I was making at construction, and it's going to be less hours, or not necessarily less hours, but it's going to be more like 3 days, and then you get 4 days off. So more time for me to be with my family, and we'll enjoy that, and I have to take these other courses that I need, require, and once I get those done, I'm pretty much on my way.
Good. That's good, Juan. I'm glad that you're encouraged to do it, and I see that you're moving forward, and that's really great. Interaction wise, socially, you have to interact with people who are younger than you, and some people might be older than you. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I feel okay. I mean, you got to deal with people, so that's the job. You got to deal with people. Just help them. So you got to just go in there and do your job and do the best you can deal with people.
Okay. And when you talk about dealing with people, what do you mean by that?
I mean that sometimes they're going to have a patient in there that's going to be cursing you out because they're in pain. They think you're doing something wrong, or the doctor's doing something wrong, or someone came in and they leered at them. They didn't like how they were being looked at because they were in a vulnerable position because someone maybe had to pick up their gown to give them a shot on the buttocks, for medicine, and they thought they shouldn't be put in that position in front of other people, and they got embarrassed. So they started a big old deal. It's just part of your job. just deal with it, go on, and explain to that person, hey, sorry if this embarrassed you, but we had to give you that medication right now, otherwise you would have more serious complications. So, just deal with it and go on.
So to paraphrase or rephrase what you just said, you're saying that you kind of picked up and learned something about other people, about their what they feel that's embarrassing or in a situation you don't want to be in, and you learn how to cope with it and interact with that person so they feel comfortable.
Yeah. Well, you got to understand too, yeah, because the older people, they grew up in a different economy and different uh, society, how people interact with one another. And in my generation, we different societal, interactions. And then the younger people behind us, they're growing up in a different way too. So
All
now
right. Yeah.
there's different ways. So you have to be able to overcome and deal with the adversities of the people.
Okay. I heard you say dealing with people. That's good. That's part of being a nurse. Two, overcoming problems and situations. That's the critical thinking and applying solutions to the problems. And that sounds like something that a nurse would do, and I think you're on the right track, one. Okay, now according to ASCA, the area B1, acquiring career information, we went over that, and actually you brought in some books as I showed before. He brought in the T's books to help him out. Now, is there any other books that you could have got that could help you with this nursing program?
Yeah, as soon as I can get to it again, go back to the bookstore, get some chemistry, some physiology, anatomy, and things that what you're gonna need because you have to deal with people's body movements and range of motion. So I have to learn a lot of that too. CPR books and stuff like that.
That's good. Let me help you just a little bit. Besides what you just said, did you ever think about anybody's cultural background, their language barriers, and how to work with that?
Yeah, kind of, not totally, but I do understand that there'll be different ethnicities you have to work with, not only as coworkers but as patients, and then like for example, like the Indians from India, they don't want you touching their wives. The husband feels that the shaming of the wives that another man has to touch his wife, and so you have to deal with that, and you have to understand their customs, but then you have to explain this. Well, unfortunately, she needs medical treatment, and that's the part of the job. You have to put your hands on people, and unfortunately, you got to deal with that kind of circumstances as well.
Okay. Now, can you give me one example of what you know about, let's say, Hmong, their culture, their beliefs? The reason I'm asking this is because I want you to be aware, because you're going to be dealing with cultures from other places from around the world that you probably never heard of or never even thought about. So, can you give me some information about Hmong culture?
Well, as far as I understand their culture, they're a tight knit group. They live in families with a lot of people in the house. They help one another. Very social. Uh, Very giving people their time and effort to help others as well. I understand that there's two different types of languages. There's a white Hmong I believe the green Hmong.
Okay, okay, that's good that you understand there are two different languages. Okay, to clarify that for you, white Hmong and green Hmong. White Hmong means that they're Americanized and their way of speaking and their dialect is more Americanized. Green Hmong means that they're from back from Laos, Laos, that area, in Cambodia area, and that's where they originated from. So when you hear the difference between white and green Hmong, you'll see that the dialect's a little bit different. Their interactions, their social perception, their beliefs and practices are just a little bit different. Now, according to your career development awareness, you set up your plan. for nursing. You set goals, tests, times you need to complete the program. You interacted with other people, other professionals, and you understand that you're going to be working with and interacting throughout school and throughout your career with individuals from different backgrounds, different cultures, different age groups, uh, different genders. You know? Oh, and that's one more thing I should address with you is, you might have something beyond that, like individuals that like to cross dress or dress, men dressing like women, cross dressers, or the lesbian, gay, LBGFT groups. Do you have any problems working with those people?
No, I don't.
Okay. What about individuals that are really assertive and like to be commanders? Can you deal with individuals that have that kind of mentality?
Yes, you have to because that's part of the job. It's like I said before, you're gonna have people that come in and they're gonna have their attitude, so you can't just take things personally. It's just part of the job.
Okay. And what about your family? Remember, you told me you talked about your family about going to the nurse program. How did that feel? How did that affect them?
They were looking forward to it. They said, "Oh, that's great. Do something that you've been wanting to do. Get into medicine in some kind of way, shape, or form. And then this is a good way, being a nurse.
Okay.
And not only you get time, a lot more time with your family.
Good. And then you also stated you went on cal jobs, right?
Yes.
And then did you see any job openings that are available around this area for you?
In this area, for Tulare County, Fresno County, there's not that many jobs because it's the socioeconomic status for the counties are, they're in crisis mode, I guess we would say, and they don't have too much money. So they actually had to shut down a couple hospitals years back. So we have to look outside this area. But their jobs are not necessarily around here too much. But if you look, you can look outside this county, and there's plenty of jobs. But you might have to move.
Okay. And what about your family? How do they feel about you telling them that it's a possibility that you may have to move to a different county or even a different state, for that matter, because of the economic and financial situations, fiscal situations with the hospitals?
Well, they at first are a little hesitant, of course, anybody would be, you're here, you set up your roots already, you have your friends, your family, and, your kids are set up in school, and, moving to another place, takes a lot of time and effort and money to move from one place to another. Now you have to meet new people, get used to them, and your kids have to get used to new students, and, that part, your wife has to find a job over there. So it's a little difficult, but like I said, they understand it might happen. So they're preparing for it, and then we'll do our best when we get there.
Okay, Juan, that sounds good. Okay, so I just want to review with you once again what has transpired here. You went over the basics of what you need to do to get into the field that you want to get into. You have to take tests, you have to work with others from different backgrounds, different ages. You understand the cost, what's going to cost you to get in per semester, what financial burdens is going to go upon you and your family to go to school. You talked about the impact on your family about you transferring or transitioning from one job to another and the times it takes you to go to school. You realize through your testing and the preparation that you're going through that you're one step closer to getting to where you need to go. Now, do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I want to know what besides this education. I mean, is there any other routes you would suggest to try to get me closer to this nursing? If there's like a backlog of trying to get into schools.
Yes, actually, there is. There's things you can look forward to or you can look at. For example, if the nursing program was unable to accept you at this time. And, I'm sure you're looking forward to getting there. You can go to an adult training program, maybe not in specifically in the bachelor's of nursing, but maybe like a LVN, a licensed vocational nurse, or a medical assistant at the vocational schools, just to get yourself acclimated and into the field, so you get more awareness and hands-on experience while you're preparing to go to the nursing program.
Okay.
And also, in those programs, you can do what you did before for this nursing program, is to research, do your research, find out what it costs. Can you get in it? Is there any requirements? You know, do they require more than you can give at the time? Then once you figure out everything they need and what you need to get yourself going, then from that point on, you are empowered. You have the power to do what you want when you want. When you have the information, you have all the requirements, and you understand what needs to be done to get stuff done. Now, once again, thank you, Juan, for this last session. I appreciate talking with you. And now it's time for me to do the reflection and summary and improvements. Thank you, Juan.
No, well, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Have a good day. Okay, this is going to be the end of the session, and at the end of the session, we went over developing career awareness, developing employment readiness, acquiring career information, and materials that we used was the books that Juan bought is the TEAS test. TEAS stands for Test of Essential Academic Skills, and this is a test that they use for nursing. And he also had an additional book that it was borrowed from another person to help him out. We also discussed career goals, meeting with others, gathering information, test taking, and then we had some results from his ONET online personal interest exam, and then it talked about
engineering
and a little bit of medical field sciences, and I think he will be a good fit for the nursing program. The improvement plan is basically the development skills. Is one needs to get into a field to get more hands-on experience of what he needs to do. Like we just discussed about him maybe doing an LVN program or medical assistant program prior to going to nursing, so he has a feel for it, so he understands what it takes to be in the medical field. And for reflection, I mean, what happened? Well, we basically went over what Juan was expecting for the nursing program, the requirements, the cost, and the interaction skills that he will have to develop, and the knowledge he has to know about other people, other cultures, other backgrounds. What could I have said to Juan? Well, I could have said, Juan, have you researched any other cultures besides, Latinos, African Americans, Asians? Have you ever talked about anybody with disabilities? Anybody that's hard of hearing or blind or just came from another country? There's other aspects he can win over. What Juan said? Well, Juan said that he was eager to get into the program. I think at the beginning of the session, and he's willing to do what he needs to do to get into the nursing field. He's looking forward to it. He appreciates my help, and I hope I helped him the best I could. And in summary, I hope and believe Juan got the acquired knowledge and skills, and to develop into a nurse that will be an effective individual to help others in the long run. So basically, that is it. Thank you very much, and I hope to do more sessions down the road. Thank you.